Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Board Gaming Life playthrough. Today we are going to play a four-player game of one of my favorites, 2012 winner of Game of the Year, none other than Kingdom Builder by Donald X. Vaccarino, also famous for his other creation. What's it called? I forgot the name. Dominion. There it is. Went blank for a second. So I am first in turn order. We've got the fishermen, miners, and farmers happening on the board, and the special tiles that we have are the tower location tile, which allows you to place one of your settlements on the edge of the board. In the top right, we have the oracle, which allows you to place an additional one of your settlements on whatever type of terrain card you've drawn. Bottom left sector, we have the oasis, which allows you to place one of your settlements on a desert hex. And finally, the bottom right, we have the farm uh, tile, which allows you to place one of your settlements on a light green hex. So what do we have today? We got fishermen, miners, and farmers. Fishermen means we're going to get 1 point at the end of the game for every one of our settlements that's touching water. Miners is we get 1 point at the end of the game for every one of our settlements that's touching these black mountains. And finally, farmers, probably the most valuable card in the game, is at the end of the game we look at our four sectors: top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right, and we see in which of those sectors you have the least number of your settlements. And whatever that number is, that gets multiplied by 3. So if you've got 10 settlements in each of your top in 3 of your sectors, but only 2 settlements in the other one, well, 2 is your lowest, and 2 times 3, you're getting 6 points. Let me decide what I'm going to do. I'm going to nothing great. I want to stay away from the edges. I'm going to go here. That's the castle for 3 points. And there, so I'm not touching any other terrain type besides the brown. The reason I did that is I didn't particularly see any location tiles that I loved. And brown was not the best card to draw for this board. I didn't want to grab one of these towers because if I went here and here, I'd still be next to towers, and I wanted to stay away from towers. Because remember, for farmers, the whole objective is to get an equal number of your settlements on each of the 4 sectors. So what I like to do when farmers is out is I like to keep a running count of how many settlements I have in each of my sectors. So right now, in my top left, I have 0. My top right, I have these 3, and then 0, 0 for the bottom left and bottom right. So right now, my running count is 0, 3, 0, 0, counting from left to right, top to bottom. And you're going to hear me keep that running count, regularly throughout the game, just so I remind myself where I am in the game. I need to pick. I'm going to take this. Right now my running count is 0, 3, 0, 3. So my top left and bottom left sectors need some more settlements to try and bring them up to the same level as my occupied sectors. I've drawn brown again. That's no good. I need to expand into the top left sector, but I want to make sure there's at least one terrain type I'm not touching. So I'm touching brown, I'm touching dark green and pink, and I'm not touching light green, and I'm not touching desert. So I think the first thing I'll do, well, if I expand this way, I'm going to be touching the light green eventually. So what I think I'll do is use my farm tile to place a light green here. That'll get me into the bottom left sector, and then at least I'll be a little safe. I'll have at least one settlement on every sector, because the nightmare situation when you have farmers is one of your sectors doesn't have any of your settlements, so you're going to be getting 0 points for the farmers card at the end of the game. and you have no way of the nightmare is that you have no way of getting into that sector because you're touching all the other uh, terrains. But right now, since I'm not touching desert or the light green farm areas, I have a little bit of flexibility, and that's what you want to have, especially in the early parts of the game, and especially when the farmer's card is out. You want to have the flexibility to move into whichever sectors you want, regardless of which cards you draw. And of course, even though farmers is the most valuable card, in my opinion, in this game, we still have to balance it out and place a lot of settlements near water and near miners, near mountains, in order to maximize the fishermen and miners cards as well. Okay, it's my turn. My running count for farmers is 0303. I'm going to use my tile to go here and get the oasis tile, and it also lets me touch water. And I am going to go here, here, and here. And that's my turn, and my running count is 2, 4, 1, and 3. 2, 4, 1, 3. And another good news is I'm not touching any desert terrain either. And since I just picked up the oasis tile here in the bottom left sector, I can use that power to place one of my settlements near desert. And right now my choice is this one right here because that gets me an additional um, special power tile, the tower. And that'll be especially beneficial since I'm not currently touching the anywhere along the edge. So I'll be able to uh, place at least one of my settlements along the edge and get something. Maybe this castle, or maybe I can place on this edge and try and get this valuable oracle uh, special power tile. Depends what's available when it comes to my turn. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm making any mistakes or I made any tactical errors. If there was any moves I made that you would have done differently. I would definitely like to know what other players think. I think that's the only way you can learn, talk about games, watch other people play, and uh, get better. Okay, my farmer's running count is 2413. I'm going to use my Oasis special power. I think I could just go here and get 3 points for the farmer, or I could go here. Um, I think I'll take the guaranteed 3 points first. My my farmer's running count is 2414. I'm going to touch this castle, so now I'm at 3414. I'm going to touch this 3424, and this is 3434. I also got some fisherman points for that. I got one last light green tile to place. I will place it here and get some more fisherman points because I'm touching water. One thing you should have noticed, or that I just noticed that I wanted to mention, is that all four of the special tiles on the board in each of the sectors is what's known as a placement tile. They're all tiles that allow you to take settlements from your supply and place on the board in addition to the 3 mandatory settlements that you must place uh, every round. So what that means is this game is going to end very quickly, or quicker than normal, because many people are going to try and use those special powers to get rid of as many of their settlements as quickly as possible. And as you know, the end of the game is triggered when one player uses up all 40 of their settlements, and that round is going to be the last round. So right now I've got 2 special powers, while 2 of my opponents, the yellow and blue players, each have 3. Mm. It's got a yellow. My yellow's open, so I'm not touching any yellow at the moment. The tower location tile that I wanted from the top left sector uh, is no longer available. Hmm. Let's see. 4434. 4434 is my farmer's count, and I'm going to hmm, I'm going to go here. Make sure I'm touching the water at all times. So it's 4435, 4436, 4437. Gotta go here because this is my lowest score. So it's 4447, and finally 4448. Ooh, unfortunately, I'd drawn the desert card one more time. That's not good for me because the bad thing about not having only placement special tiles in the game and no movement special tiles is that you can't move away from. Um, you can't move tiles you've already placed somewhere different. So since I've drawn yellow again and I'm only touching yellow in the bottom right sector, I'm forced to place all of my tiles, all of my settlements on these hexes. Since I've already got 8 settlements in the bottom right sector, I'm forced to play at least 3 more, which is 11. I don't want to do that, but I think I have no choice. Mm. And the blue player now has 4 special tiles, just twice as many as me. So he's going to end the game very quickly. As you can see, he's already got down to 16 settlements. He's going to be placing 7 settlements every round because the 3 mandatories and then 1 from each of his tiles. That is 7 settlements being placed on every one of his turns. He's down to 14 right now, which means he can end the game in 2 turns. That's a huge advantage. So I'm going to go here, 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 picking up fisherman points every time, and then I'll place my green here, pick up more fisherman points. Um, I've already got 11 settlements in the bottom right sector. I don't want to place another one. It doesn't help me. So my running count is 5, 4, 4, 11. Looks like I'm stuck in the top right sector as well. I've only got 4, and there's no real way of me expanding unless I'm lucky enough to get a pink, and this exit through these 2 mountains is still available. It's my turn soon. I've got 5, 4, 4, 11 as my count. 5, 4, 4, 11, 6, 4, 4, 11, 7, 4, 5, 11, 6, 4, 5, 11, 6, 4, 6, 11, and 6, 4, 7, 11. Well, dark green, 6, 4, 7, 11. Well, it doesn't matter. The game's over because the blue player is going to definitely end the game now because he can. And even though they've only got 3, the blue player's only got 3 settlements in the bottom right sector. That's only going to get him 9 points for farmers. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he'll do. Maybe that'll give him second thoughts about ending the game, or maybe not. I mean, in theory, you should only end the game if you think you're going to win. And green's the only one doing well on farmers. No, actually, no. Green's got 4 settlements in the top left, so they're getting 12 points. I've got 4 settlements in the top right. I'm getting 12. Blue's getting 9. And what else? And orange is getting 3 also. So no one's doing particularly well on farmers. So here we are about to find out what blue's going to do. Will they end the game? Yeah, I think they are. Or maybe not, because I don't think they're going to win. Yeah, they ended it. So I got 15 points for fishermen. I'm trailing the yellow player by 6. I'm in second place so far. I only got 4 points from miners. Okay, in third place by 7 points. I got 12, unfortunately. If I'd been a little luckier, I could have scored more. Oh no, the green player got scored well on that. I got 9 points. The yellow player got 4. And look at that, the blue player who ended the game ended up in last place. I'm only 4 points off the lead because we didn't draw very well our first card, and so I was right. Blue should not have ended the game. That was the wrong move on Blue's part. Not sure why they did that, because they only had 9 points from the farmer's card. That's not a good point to end the game. At least I wouldn't have ended the game at that point. What do you guys think? What did Blue make the right move? Well, clearly not. He ended up last place. But what would you have done in that position? Let's just take a look at the final situation. And yeah, I was forced to put my first placement here, which did not get me a special point. A special power location tile, and that may have cost me the game. I'm not sure. You always want to take a special power location tile if you can, but none of the ones that I was presented with was good, which is why I did what I did. But anyway, that's the game. Second place um, for a game that didn't go very well for us. Second place by only 4 points, so it's just a 4 point margin of loss. Not bad, but not great either because we didn't win. Well, that's the game for today. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. If you're enjoying this type of content and other types of board gaming content to come later, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified whenever we put up new videos. But until then, happy gaming, everyone, and we'll see you later. Bye.